Hello, guitar players. How you doing? It's Jen. Well, you know it's Jen. You came here because you know about me. I'm ready to go. Got my guitar. I painted my nails, even though I chipped this one today playing so much. It's fine. It's fine. I got my hair, which I think is being nice to me today. I think it's looking pretty good. We'll see what happens after I take a nap later. This usually sticks up. I'm ready. I'm ready to answer questions. We've got so many questions that have come in over the week that we're just gonna get right into it. No, I can't even, we're not even gonna play. There's too many questions. We've got to answer them. There's guitar players that need to learn, and I need to teach, because that's what fuels me. That's why I live, is to teach. So, what can I teach you? Jason, what do they want me to teach him?
All right, we got our first question, Jen.
Yeah.
A fan who loves Lady Gaga asks, which is better, acoustic or electric guitars?
Which is better, acoustic or electric guitars? Now that's a very interesting question because that's opinion-based. I think it depends on what kind of music you want to play. If you want to play Jimi Hendrix, you best be getting an electric guitar. You want that tone, you want to be able to use pedals with it. You like more folky kind of music, you can do an acoustic. Or it doesn't even, I mean, even then it doesn't matter. If you love Jimi Hendrix but you love the sound of an acoustic, then you learn Jimi Hendrix on an acoustic. It's really what is gonna motivate you to play. And it sounds so silly. It sounds so silly in the beginning, but before you really get a handle on the instrument and really know what kind of tone you like and what kind of style, what kind of body, it's really what are you going to be excited to play? What are you going to be excited to look at? And I had a student who had a blue acoustic guitar, which I thought was very pretty. And she said, I don't like the look of it. Even it sounded great, there's nothing wrong with it. So she needed to get a guitar that looked more like the standard acoustic guitar, and she was like, I just think this is the most beautiful thing, and she picked it up more just because of the color change. I know it sounds silly in the beginning, but you really have to feel like it reflects you, and it doesn't matter if it's electric or acoustic or nylon or a ukulele or a violin. If it reflects you and you love it and you want to play it and you want to be a part of it, then go for it. The positive about an electric is that the strings are lighter. You can definitely get lighter strings on the acoustic, but for the most part, the electric strings are lighter and easier to play. The nice thing about the acoustic is this is all you need. You don't need an amp, you don't need anything else. So, it doesn't really matter, it just depends on your mood. What else, Jason?
Awesome, awesome job. Jason C. asked you, Jen, how do I bend strings?
How do you bend strings? This is how you bend some strings. Now, what people normally do that's wrong is they actually drop the palm, which I would say to do in bar chords. I would say, yeah, definitely drop your palm. And they try to push up their fingers like this to bend, which is not right, and it's very hard to maintain control and get strength. Or they try to do it with one finger. Let's try to bend like that, or try to bend like that. You don't have enough strength normally. So I put this part of my hand right here, and I keep it there and curve it. And so when I bend, I'm bending more like this. And you see, I'm not moving my fingers. I'm not going, That's not what I'm doing. I'm keeping everything here, and I'm bending like with the hand, with the wrist. Almost like you were scooping something. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? It's so weird to try to explain it. But there, I have enough strength. This is hard. I'm only getting a half-step bend with the acoustic. But I couldn't do that and maintain control as well if I was going to do this, because that's finger strength. This is definitely more in the hand, in the bulk of the hand. So that is how you bend strings. And you want to try to make sure that you're getting to the right note. Like, da, da. And I don't think I can bend a whole step on the acoustic. Strings are too thick, but you get the idea.
Awesome.
Next.
Awesome. We are just like hardcore firing through these questions.
Boom, boom.
1, 2, 3.
Knock 'em down.
Left, right.
Uppercut. Elbow.
Speaking of elbows and fighting, a fan from Texas asks, what are the best beginner acoustic guitars?
The best beginner acoustic guitars, let me tell you, are the ones that stay in tune and the ones that are set up well with good action, where the action is nice and low. It's not too low that you're getting buzzing, but I remember when I got my second acoustic, the action, the neck was actually started to come off from the body, which I didn't know. I didn't see it, and I couldn't tell. And so the action kept getting wider and wider and wider, action being the distance from the strings to the frets. So it kept getting wider and wider and wider, and I was just a beginner. I didn't know anything, so I'm trying to play like E minor and trying to push down, and I couldn't do it. And I thought there was something wrong with me, and that's the tough thing when you're a beginner, is you always think it's got to be something wrong with you. That you have to find the instrument that fits right for you, fits your body type. Like I couldn't have a regular sized guitar like this. I had to have something smaller. I had to have a smaller neck because my hands are so small. Because if I was out like this playing, I would think, oh, there's something wrong with me. So the best kind of beginner or acoustic guitars fit your body. If you're smaller, you get a smaller body, you get a smaller neck. If you are bigger, you get wider frets, jumbo frets, a bigger body. The brand themselves, like there's just tons of them. You can get a great Yamaha, you can get a great Taylor. Taylor makes some really good lower end acoustics. Again, as long as it stays in tune, the action is low, and it fits your body, it fits where you are now, that'll be perfect. It's not like you have to get a specific brand, because each guitar is different. So get something that feels good when you play it, and that it stays in tune, because it's one of those, if you tune it and you play like a D chord and it's out of tune, you think, oh, I must be doing something wrong. I suck, I don't sound good. When in fact, your guitar just needs to be set up. And that's what I would recommend in general when you go pick up a guitar, is get it set up by a professional immediately. Because you're not gonna know what to look for, you're not supposed to. I didn't know what to look for, which is why my action was out to here, and I was crying about it until we took it back into the store. And I said, I'm not good at this instrument, I can't play, my fingers hurt so bad, ooh. And we took it into the store, and the guy was like, well, no wonder you can't play it. The action is, this is not even playable. But I didn't know that at the time, because I was just a beginner. So have it set up immediately. That's what I think.
Cool. Cool. And on that same note, is there anything you want to add to, what are the best beginner electric guitars?
The best beginner electric guitars, same kind of thing. Intonation is really, really, really important, that it stays in tune. It sounds good up and down the neck. What I do like, though, for electrics and acoustics, electrics more so, is those packs. I love those starter packs where it's got everything. It's got the guitar, a little amp, usually with a little bit of distortion or delay or reverb on there, strings, picks, straps, a DVD or a book normally, a tuner normally, because it just takes all the guessing out. Because when we go in to buy a guitar, we think, oh, we just need the guitar. They don't tell you you need a case, you need an amp, you need picks. And so it just keeps adding up, whereas these packs are like 200 bucks, 150, 200 bucks. And they have acoustic packs too, but it's not as big of a deal because you're just adding in strings and a tuner, but still good. Like I'm pretty sure Yamaha has a pack, but there are tons of electric guitar packs. I've used Peavies, Squiers, Epiphones, my students have. I think there's other ones too. And they're perfect. Again, as long as the guitar itself is in good shape, it's perfect because you don't have to get anything else. Well, the only thing that you'd have to get is a capo. So if you're looking for a good beginner guitar, I would look at those packs, definitely.
Very cool.
What else,
Well,
Jason?
we have a question from BioBlade99.
Who's BioBlade? I do not recognize that screen name. I love it when I don't recognize them. Not that I don't love, you know, Jane and Erica and Maria and Jonathan, because I do love them. But
he or she wants to know, can you go through E-flat tuning? Can you show us how to tune your guitar for E-flat?
Oh, okay, that's a great question. So the way that you tune for E-flat, it's taking every string down a half step. So we've got E right here. We're gonna bring it down. Now here's our E-flat. Now if you happen to go below, like this is close to D, you want to bring it back in to E-flat. You want to tighten it in, no matter what. You don't want to loosen it into the note. You always want to go below and tighten into it. That's what my guitar guy says. So, same thing. Here is your A flat. There's your D flat. I forgot for a second where I was. Just in life. That's what I forgot. G flat right there. B flat there. E flat there. Now, that's a little bit iffy because you are changing the tension in the neck from the strings to the neck, because it's pulling on here, it's pulling on that neck, and you've just loosened it. You should always go back through and make sure that it's tuned up again, because it throws everything kind of out of whack. So you never just want to tune it once, especially when you drop tune, and just leave it like that, because I guarantee you it's going to be out, because the neck and the body are just adjusting to the new tension. So now that's E flat. Now we're in E flat, and even though we're playing an E major shape, if you were to talk to a bass player or a piano player, you'd have to tell them it was E flat, because if they played an E major, they'd be half a step above you. But us as guitar players, we get so used to these shapes, we just say, oh, this is a C shape, or this is a C chord, this is a D chord, and this is a G, when actually everything is flat now. C flat, D flat, G flat. Makes sense? That's how you drop it down.
Makes sense to me.
Does it?
No.
I didn't think so.
But I don't play guitar. But
That's okay.
that's why I learned so much from you.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Look at Jason. Look at Jason. Everybody say hi to Jason, and everybody say hi to Mark, who's on the other end of the building watching this and making sure everything's running well. Say, hey, Jason. Hey, Mark. Make sure when you write hey, lots of E's. Hey.
Oh, okay.
I know they're going to do that, too.
They probably will. They probably will. We have a new question, Jen, from lost their username. They want to know, can you combine different scales when playing a guitar solo?
I already know who that's from. I guarantee you that's from Sarah. I guarantee you. I think so.
Isabella Luis.
Oh, Isabella! Oh, she asked good questions. I yelled really loud. Ask me the question again.
Can I combine different scales when playing a guitar solo?
Can I combine different scales when playing a guitar solo? Absolutely, 100% yes. And it is encouraged, depending on the scale itself. Now, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna throw this back into regular tuning, just in case. Because I don't want to say, oh, this is A minor, pentatonic, or the A minor shape, and have it be not that. Because I will get yelled at, and I don't like getting yelled at. Jason and Mark don't yell at me though. Not usually. It depends. When I text Jason late at night, then he gets mad at me. So I try to keep that to a minimum. A minimum. So, okay, again, let's recap. I'm focused. I'm focused. Can I play different scales when I solo? Yes, and I'm going to show you. I wish I had Julie Myers here to jam with. I really do. Let's just say we're doing A minor, E minor. So it's just 1/5 in minor. Now we can keep it straight here and just, let's just do an A minor pentatonic. But let's just say I want something a little different, especially when I go to that E minor, because E minor has E, G, and B in it, where this pentatonic scale does not have a B. So we can hit the E and the G here, but what if I want that B? So then we can switch into a natural minor scale if we wanted to. So we got pentatonic, and then we go natural minor. What is natural minor? So that gives us an F and a B. Now the F's not gonna work so great with just A minor, and E minor, but let's just say we add in the D minor. Well, D minor has an F in it right here, so that would be great. So we're doing like pentatonic for A. Now we go to D minor. That's your D minor, so that kind of reflects the chords. And then E minor. Back to A minor. So the F, again, the F and the B are not in there, not in the pentatonic, but we can go to a natural minor, or we can go to like a harmonic minor and add the, if we do an E major chord instead of E minor, which is very common, then we need a G sharp, which turns it into a natural minor. So we have that note. We get G sharp, A, so. Now, that's that F sharp. Oh, sorry, that's a G sharp. Sounds so good because it's reflecting what we're playing here. But that's not in the pentatonic, so you can kind of move in and out of scales, or you can just think of it as a note thing of like, okay, here's the chord I'm playing. What notes are in there? What notes are going to sound good over it? So definitely don't play a G natural over this chord. What would that sound like? That's what that would sound like. No, 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 no. You want this G sharp, which I don't think I can even hit from here. Oh, we'll just grab it here. Does that make sense? Does that sound good? I feel like I'm talking really fast. Almost cussed. Ooh, one. I owe Mark a quarter. Almost cussed.
Oh no. Whatever. Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah.
Oh, mashed potatoes.
Okay. We have another question from James.
James?
James asks.
That's a very manly name.
It is a very manly name.
I like it.
Wish I had a name like James.
Yours is close.
Okay.
Jason?
Yeah.
That's hot.
All right. James asks.
Yes.
What is vibrato?
Vibrato?
Vibrato.
Vibrato?
What is vibrato?
What is vibrato? Vibrato, I like to say, is like it's got a little wiggle to it. It's like that. You know, I'm going to change keys. I'm tired of A minor. So you're wiggling the note a little bit, making it kind of have a little more sustain. Like so. It's really nice because it adds feeling to it, because like when you sing, normally you don't sing just a straight pitch. Sometimes you do, absolutely. It's like right? And that it gives it a little more feeling, a little more life. It would be like if the ocean just went like this, whoosh, ocean in, whoosh, ocean out, whoosh, ocean in. No, there's no life to it. Whoosh, whoosh. You see like how the ocean goes back and forth like that? That's what vibrato is. It's kind of giving it some life. It's giving it some movement. Or I just say it like when I'm talking to my students, I just say it's a little wiggle. But think of it like I mean, some people have great vibrato. And they do like that and they go crazy with it. And that's a style thing. But I say normally you let the note ring and then you give it a wiggle. You know what I mean? Like the tide coming in. Do you want me to do the sound effects again? Because I will. It's like, and then the wave comes in. I just feel like I'm in my own world because I've been walking to the beach lately because we're right by the beach, and I force Mark and Jason to walk with me to the beach. So that's why I have the ocean on my mind. What's next?
Okay, we got another question about guitar picks.
I love guitar picks.
The question is,
what?
Do I reshape my guitar picks when they start sounding flat, or do I go buy new ones?
Do you shape?
Do I need to reshape my guitar picks when they start sounding flat, or do I buy new ones? Basically, what do I do when my guitar picks start getting old?
What do you do when your guitar picks start getting old? I like to flick them at people. That's one thing that I enjoy. Honestly, I do not reshape them. I do not shave them down. I don't do anything. They go. They're out. They're done. Or I just kind of keep them in a little container just in case I lose one of the 600 guitar picks that I carry with me. But because for me, this is a personal thing. It's not how it has to be. It's not, this is how you have to do it, which I rarely ever say that about anything. It's just a personal thing that I get very used to the way that it feels. So if I shave it down, that's going to change how I hold it. That's going to change how it fits in here. And I'm very much used to how it fits here. So if I shave even just a little bit down, not happening. For me, personally. But like with all this stuff, with all these videos and these songs and these chords, I encourage you to try your own thing. Shave it down. See how it feels. You may love it. You may actually, I know people that do shape their own picks. So you may find that, yeah, you absolutely love it. So I don't want you to base what you do off of what I do, because I think it can be a platform for experimenting. But the only way that I found what I like is because I went through a bunch of different picks, a bunch of different shapes, a bunch of different ways to play, a bunch of different things. So I would rather you go through that same path so that when you find the thing that works for you, you know, yes, this works for me, and not just, I'm going to do it this way because somebody told me to do it this way. Oh man, that's no fun, right, Jason?
I mean, I thought it was fun.
You thought it was fun just being told what to do?
I was still thinking about the ocean. You brought up the ocean earlier.
He's not, you know what's happening? He's not listening to me. I guess I have to whisper in them. He's not listening to me. He doesn't listen to me. It's okay. What happened? Did a light just go off?
No. No light.
Am I going blind?
No.
Oh.
Maybe.
What's
right. So, have a question for you.
Yes. Does it have to do with my hair?
No, it's about guitar.
Oh, I wanted to talk about my hair.
It's about guitar. Rachel, fan of Lady Antebellum, asked, how do I tune my guitar?
Rachel, fan of Lady Antebellum, which I'm a fan of them as well. How do you tune your guitar? This goes back to how we drop it into E flat. It's either, the note's either going to be sharp or flat, so we either have to loosen it or tighten it. So I'm going into E right now. I'm tightening it until the tuner says green. If it's in the red, sometimes it'll bounce in between red and green, which is okay, but you don't want it red and you don't want it bouncing too far. And like I said before, in the E flat question, tighten into the note. And the important thing is that you know the string names, so that, because it says right on the tuner, okay, this is an E, A, D, G, B, E. Now what can happen, and what happens a lot to beginners, is let's just say something gets way off. You accidentally drop your guitar, you hit it, your kids play with the tuning pegs, whatever, and you go and you tune it. And you say, okay, well, here we go, this note is in the green, so therefore it's fine. That didn't sound as ugly as I wanted it to sound. There you go. You go to play this G chord and you're like, what? This doesn't... This actually sounds really pretty. I wanted it to sound really ugly and off. And it doesn't sound that bad. But you know that it's wrong. And you say, well, what is wrong? What's wrong? It's because this, you tuned it correctly. You tuned it so that it was in the green, but in the green to an F note, instead of knowing this has to say G. Oh, this will sound wrong. This will sound bad. Now this is F sharp. You say, what? Oh, girl, this is awful. Well, because you need to make sure that it says G on there, or whatever string you're tuning to. That it's not just straight up in the green for a random note, because that will totally happen. So that's how you can kind of start tuning. Remember, E, A, D, G, B, E. Those are your strings, and it has to be that. And watch out, because also another thing is it'll say really small like E flat. And you don't see that there's a flat there and that you need to tighten it up into E. Sometimes it'll say a sharp, and you have to make sure it's the natural notes. E natural, A natural, blah, 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 blah. Does that make sense? Rachel, Lady Antebellum fan. I did a Lady Antebellum song. Do you know that, Jason?
No.
I forget what song it was. Ask them if they know if they remember what song it was. It's gonna come to me. All I can think of is Thompson Square, Are You Gonna Kiss Me or Not? That's in my head right now. But I can't think of the Lady Antebellum song that I did. I know they know. I know they know which one it is.
Need You Now, I think. That's from Mark. Mark thinks it's Need You Now.
Need You Now. I don't even remember how that goes.
Maria says Need You Now. Everybody says Need You Now.
Oh, okay. Thanks, guys. Yeah, that's right. Need You Now.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
And you, I just wanted to let you give out you got a shout out in the chat room. I'm trying to find it, but somebody said, Jen, you are led. Jen, wait for it. Dairy. Yeah.
What?
You ever heard that before? Legendary? It's from How I Met Your Mother.
Oh.
They said you were led. Jen, wait for it. Dairy.
Who said that?
I think it's so many comments. We had so many comments in the show. I'm trying to find it.
I've never heard that. Led Jen Dairy. Oh my God.
It was Eunice1138.
I don't even know who Eunice is. I love this. Eunice, thank you. For one, thank you for being here. And two, thank you for commenting. And three, thank you for giving me something that I can say to my friends when they're irritating me. I can say, dude, you wanna fight with me? You can't, because I'm legendary. Oh, I'm gonna say that in the office too. They're gonna hate me. They already don't like me quite a bit in the office here.
That's untrue. It's untrue.
Well, you like me.
Yeah, I do. And I like you so much that I'm gonna have you do one more question, and then it's time for you to leave.
Is that it?
One more question.
It's a half an hour?
Yeah.
Guys.
One more question. Mike from Westchester, New York asks, how do you hold a guitar pick? What's the best way to hold a guitar pick?
Well, the best way to hold a guitar pick, Mike from Westchester, is that right? Westchester, New York. Best way to hold it, I find, for one, there's a couple things that we don't do. We do not keep our middle finger on here. I've busted you students doing this a lot. I don't like it. Too much strain. Strain right here. I can feel it. I can feel it. You don't need it. What I like to do, I don't know if you can see this well. Can you see this? Does that look good? So I like to think of almost making like a little T and going with the curve of the hand, because if your hand is relaxed, it looks like this, right? It doesn't look like this. It's not stuck together like this. Your hand is relaxed. So I just curve in the first finger like that and then put the thumb there. Now, with that shape, we insert the pick like so, So then it looks just like an extension of the nail, but the thumb is straight up. The first finger is curved, just slightly. Okay? So now, when your forearm and your wrist and your palm is parallel to the strings, you should be able to see that the pick is pointing directly at the strings. It's not like this, it's not off to the side, it's not here, you're not pointing it down, because then you're not parallel. You're parallel like this. Bada boom, bada bing. I got that from Jon Stewart. Boom. You know what I'm talking about, huh? And it's like that. Now you have your other fingers open in case you wanted to do any kind of picking, like finger picking with a pick and fingers, which I think is very important. So on and so forth. And make sure you keep your fingers nice and relaxed. I see a lot of people doing this, where it's planted, your hand is planted, and I don't like that. Or it's out like this. Again, I feel strain right here, because we want to keep the hand as relaxed as possible, the hand, arms, and fingers as relaxed as possible, as if they were in their natural state, even though there's nothing natural about playing this instrument. When in life do you do something like this and try to move your wrist like this? You just don't. So, but natural would be nice and curved and relaxed. Not like that, not like that, you know what I'm saying? That's that. That's it. Oh, and you don't squeeze, you don't give it a death grip so that your fingers turn white. It's relaxed in your hand, and you have to find the pick that's right for you. Again, experiment. I like the thin picks because I like the way that they sound on the guitar, and I found the brand that it feels the best for me to hold. But experiment with different size picks, different brands of picks that feel right to you. Maybe you need a smaller one, maybe you need a larger one. Just go out and find it, but don't squeeze it. It should be relaxed in your hand, and then you will gain the confidence to know that it's not going to slip out. I don't know how it works, but I barely drop the pick anymore, and I don't know how that happened. But I think it's just a confidence thing, even though I'm barely holding on to it. I'm not squeezing it. It's just in there and it moves slightly. But I think it's just a confidence thing that when you've practiced enough, you know how it should feel, and it's nice and relaxed, and you don't have to worry about it so much anymore.
Jen, I want to just tell you that currently in the live stream, we have 431 total views and still rising. Yeah. I don't have words. What are you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome, man. Over 400? That's 4 times more than last week. Dude, thank you so much. Thank you, like from the bottom of my heart, thank you. We're working so hard to... 481. 481. I'm serious, guys. Like, it's a little bit overwhelming to me because, I can't even talk. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna start to cry. So we probably should wrap it up. I don't want to cry. Seriously, like we're trying really hard to provide you with quality lessons and to inspire you. Over 500.
I don't even know what to say.
Everyone in the chat room are now giving us our numbers. They're feeding us like it's a march to the finish line. We're like, yay!
That's awesome. I don't know when the finish line is. But seriously, like I know I talk to you guys a lot on Facebook, and I see your comments, and not everybody can get to a guitar teacher or can find somebody that they connect with or has the time to go see somebody because you have kids, you've got school, and I know that you really, really love this instrument as much as I do. I can't even talk, dude.
Awesome.
Yeah. So no, it's it's wonderful.
600.
Well, I think they're just making this up.
No,
I think people are just Googling weird Mohawk chick with guitar who cries a lot, and then I just pop up and I'm like, hey guys, I don't even know what to say. I just thank you, and we're Jason and Mark are working so hard with me to give you the best possible lessons that we can think of, the best songs, trying to do this Ustream and answer your questions, because we know you guys are busy, but you love to play as much as I do, and that's why we connect, because this is the best instrument in the world, and we know it, and that's that. So thank you for supporting me and in fact supporting Mark and Jason and Mahalo. We really appreciate that you would take the time to rate and to comment and find us on Facebook and to be excited and to send in requests. That means so much to us. So your feedback is important, because we do this because you want us to. If we didn't have people coming in, we wouldn't do it. So this is all for you guys, honestly, and for me, because I love to play the guitar. Kind of fell flat, huh?
I think it still worked out. I think you're willing to say goodbye to everybody and play us a short little ditty out.
A short little ditty out?
A short little ditty.
Do I have any ditties?
Just how about that guitar solo you were showing us earlier?
Oh, that guitar solo was dumb.
Say goodbye to the peoples and play us out.
I will see you guys next week. You know where to find me. You know where to find us on Facebook. Find me on Facebook at Jen Trani Official. No imitations, because there was somebody that set up an imitation Jen Trani page, which was kind of creepy. I've never had that before. But you find us, you let us know what you want us to do, and we work very hard. That's it. I did 41 videos today. A Ustream. I have 4 lessons tonight, 4 private lessons that I have to go to. And I love my life. I have the best life that you could ever ask for. Thanks, guys.